Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a living legend. The Federal Republic of Nigeria owes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology with immediate release and compensation. I'm saying this because when he was talking about the Fulani trying to take over Nigeria, it was as if he was blabbing. People could literally say, this guy is a noisemaker, he's talking gibberish. Nobody took him serious then. What is happening today? Today, even the so-called northerners, like the Hausas now, we don't even get to hear their voice. Fulani already successfully took over the north. Fulani is in Middle Belt. Fulani is in southeastern part of Nigeria. So Fulani is in Ebonyi State. Fulani is in Enugu. Fulani is in Abia State, Imo State, some part of Anambra State. Fulani is in Delta. I learned that in Delta, they will buy your land by compulsion, build and then forcibly become part of the community. And you don't dare do anything. That is in Delta. Fulani is in Edo State. Fulani is in all parts of the West. I think excluding Lagos State. Fulani is in Oyo State. Fulani is in Ondo State. Fulani is in Bayelsa State. Timaya tweeted about it the other day. And Fulani is invading Nigeria in each passing second. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man of great insight. He was talking about it. When he said that Tinubu wants to become the president of Nigeria, I think Tinubu was still the governor of Lagos State then. We didn't see it coming. Today, what is happening? Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. This man has seen this thing, and when he was talking, nobody listened to him. This detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a gross infringement on his right as a human being, as a British citizen, a Nigerian citizen, or Biafran citizen. He should be released with immediate effect. He should be duly compensated, and he should be apologized to. Public apology that will go all around the globe. Because he was talking about it. Nobody took him serious. Today, what is happening? You know, if not that he strategically inaugurated the ESM boys, who were in the bush, I don't know whether they are still there now, I don't know. If not because of the ESM boys, the Fulani invading of the Southeast would have been successfully, signed for long ago. By now it will be past tense. But thank God for the little resisting force. And again, if you look at it strategically, it looks as if that the higher powers of Nigeria they are holding a stake in this insecurity. You understand? Because their body language says it all. You will call police that this is happening, you are not going to see them. You will report to governor that, they are killing people in this community. Governor is not even going to respond. He's not even going to do anything. He's not going to say anything. As if though what they are killing, they are animals. Even if they are animals, there's what we call animal rights. In the Western world, you don't kill. If you kill a dog, you can be jailed. If you kill a cat, you can be jailed. So there's acting as animal rights. But we're talking about human beings right now. The Igbos have been crying, shouting, insurgency, insecurity. Nobody said anything. Okay, now he's now touching outskirts of Igbo land somehow. When they are killing people, maiming lives, raping women in the bush, report it to the government. You are not going to hear anything. Nothing is going to happen. But just hear that the one cow. It's in Nigeria that a cow is priced higher above human. Just one cow. If you hear that one cow is down, then there's going to be a riot. Before you even talk about one Fulani is down. Federal government of Nigeria owes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an unreserved apology. That is what I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. In fact, his face to appear on one of the currencies. Maybe today or tomorrow or later, whenever. But his face to show is a true hero.
Mazi himself, Nnamdi Kanu, said the same thing some years ago, that we should protect ourselves against Fulani herdsmen, that nobody is coming to save us. We are the one that will save ourselves. The same thing. Part of the reason why they are holding Nnamdi Kanu till today. Person we don't free since 2022. The court don't strike everything off. He was supposed to be free. They are still holding him. They are still detaining him. DSS or God come outside that is telling us the same thing now, that we should protect ourselves against Fulani herdsmen. And they don't do anything. No. Why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Everything where Nnamdi Kanu talk, everything where he talk, it dey happen right in front of all of us eyes. Nnamdi Kanu still their life. He never find all the prophecy he gave us is happening. So why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Why is still Nnamdi Kanu in your custody? Free Nnamdi Kanu now.
Justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, justice for this man. Nnamdi Kanu has overstayed in visit in that DSS custody. Yes, this man don't do anything wrong when they say they keep him for this long. See, make a tell that one of the reasons that make Nnamdi Kanu never get in freedom. Now his own brothers, Igbo people, Igbo leaders, they are the reason why this man is still remaining under the DSS custody. Me, I never see anything where this man do where they say him bad. There's freedom of speech. Yes, there's freedom of speech in our constitution. And someone speak in mind, you want to silence that person. For what? Because of say you get little power. Nnamdi Kanu needing freedom back. Yes, DSS free Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't kill nobody. He doesn't steal. He is not a bandit. He is not a criminal. He is not a kidnapper. He is just a freedom fighter. And he's fighting for the betterment of this country. You people kept him there. What is the essence of you keeping him there? While we have important thing to face. The bandit that is stopping the nation. You people have nothing to say. But somebody just came out on social media and came out freely to speak in mind. You people got him arrested for no reason. Nnamdi Kanu needing freedom. Yes, justice for Nnamdi Kanu. Now me talk am.
A Fulani man with gun is a hunter. A Yoruba man with a gun is a thief. Edo man with a gun is a cultist. Igbo man with a gun is a IPOB member. But we are all doing ourselves. A Fulani man cash with a gun is a hunter. But a Delta State man cash with a gun is a militant. Why Fulani man when they cash with gun na S-men? But Igbo man when they cash with gun na IPOB terrorists. Who do us this thing in Nigeria?
Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage on behalf of the famed unity of Nigeria. That's what it's all about. It's as simple as that. If you mention his name in certain circles, they don't want to hear it because they feel like he threatens the real estate called Nigeria. And his Igbo makes it worse because Nigeria's DNA hates the Igbo for attempting, you know, in the 60s and, you know, towards the end of the 70s, to leave a country they said is no longer favorable to their existence. But I keep saying, and I will repeat here again, is there any Nigerian out there in their majority who has not mentally seceded from Nigeria? Not many. That's why people are living in droves. Each time you get on a plane leaving this country is full, each time it's coming back, probably full too, but it is those who are coming back to pack their things that are coming back. That's the way I describe it. But the truth is that Nnamdi Kanu has been held hostage. He was abducted from Kenya, extraordinary rendition. The fact that his kidnapped from Kenya could not be explained shows that any judicial pronouncement or processes after that is null and void. You cannot go and kidnap somebody and bring them before a court. And the courts have made it very clear, even up to the Supreme Court, that he did not jump bail. It was the military that went to his house to kill people, and then he escaped.
Assalamu alaikum, beautiful brother Kuti again. So this is an open message to our brothers and sisters from the South, specifically non-Muslims. This video is for the sake of posterity. It's for the sake of setting the record straight. And perhaps for a few people that will have an open mind, that will look at everything that I'm going to say beyond emotions, beyond every preconceived notion or hatred that they have against either the Northerners or, you know, the Fulanese or, you know, the Muslims. For those that have made up their minds to hate us, there's really nothing that you're going to see that is going to change it. And for those people, we owe them nothing, no explanation. So this message is not for their acceptance, it's just to set the record straight. Because for too long, anyone that has known me personally, the message has been consistent for so many years. Those that have followed my Instagram, they know the message, and the videos are still there, most of the messages. What happened in Uromi is devastating, it's terrible, and it's so sad. I feel really sad that at this point in our development, just when we thought that, and especially as young people, that we are ready to salvage the country from, you know, the shackles of ineptitude, the shackles of this divide and rule, you know, that our leaders have succeeded in doing. See how we have turned, you know, against each other. And then the monstrous individuals that have put us in this situation, those that have led to injustices, are having a field day, are enjoying, and they're just looking by the side. What happened in Uromi is the highest form of inhumanity that you would see. For people to come out, to hit, to slaughter, to burn, and it was really terrible to watch. And I say this without mentioning words that as a Muslim, every mob action is condemned. And we are saying this, sometimes it's really painful and annoying whenever we talk about what Islam says, and then somebody comes and they say, oh no, they are lying. We are in a time where information is out there, you have artificial intelligence and everything. Go and check for yourself. I challenge every non-Muslim to go and search for himself. What does Islam say about mob action? Is it allowed? So we condemn it. And it's really annoying that the fact that we witnessed that act of inhumanity and we came out to demand for justice, and then our brothers of the South and sisters are insulting us as if we do not have the right to demand for justice. The way they've been defending it and trying to give comparison with what happened with Deborah, which we are going to address, is really sad. Are we trying to say that what happened is right? Are we trying to say that this act of injustice, this act of inhumanity is justified for any reason? I wish to categorically state that at this point, personally speaking, it's there on my Instagram. In the year 2021, in January, my uncle was killed by bandits. My uncle was killed by bandits. I have an uncle who is in Bauchi, who has lost his eyesight due to the effects of, the activities of Boko Haram. The atrocities of bandits, the Fulani bandits and all other bandits has affected more Muslims, more Northerners, more than any other region. Look at the activities of the likes of Bello Turji and the number of people they have killed, and then including a first-class area, the Central Mobile. And as Northerners, we have always come out to condemn these people. And it was sad to see educated people that we know. And it was even more sadder that most of these people, or some of these people, are people that we meet on a daily basis. Even on Salah, they tell us, Barika is Salah. We eat food together. And for us, we think all is well. But we saw that one of the major justifications that were given, or one of the that was given, was the fact that Fulani have been, because they kill us. So are we trying to say that if a Fulani man who is a bandit kills you, then any other Fulani man is responsible? Is that what we're trying to say? I'm not even going to bother myself to begin to give a distinction of who a Hausa is, who a Fulani is, because for a lot of people that are from the South, they don't even bloody care. But that's not even the issue. When a Fulani bandit, if the accusation against a Fulani bandit is that he has killed, is that he has raped, is he doing that on behalf of the Fulanis or on behalf of Islam? Why then will an innocent traveler moving on the way be attacked? Remember, this isn't the first time, and that's what people fail to understand. We have numerous cases. Look at the case of Hadida, the lady that was killed with her kids. What was her offense? What was the crime that she committed? Her crime, she was a Northerner. She was called a Fulani. She was killed. Did you get this kind of reaction? We didn't. What happened to Ahmed Gulak? He was killed by unknown gunmen. Why? All of these issues are there. We struggle with banditry. Banditry has almost taken over the Northwest. It has almost taken over some parts of the North Central. If not now that things are gradually improving in some parts. The Secure North, if you go check our post, how we have been coming out to cry, even during the time of Muhammad Buhari. But every single day, we are victims, and then when things like this happen again, we cannot come out to say that if an act of injustice should be condemned. How can we move forward as a nation like this? How? Suddenly it has become criminal for you to be a Fulani. So a bandit, a criminal, let's think about it. For the people, if you think that it is a Fulani issue, then why are the Fulanis killing us? We that are Fulanis like them. If you think it's an Islamic issue, why do they kill people in the mosque? A criminal is a criminal, whether he's a Fulani or whether he's a Hausa man, whether he's Igbo or Yoruba, and should be condemned. You cannot gaslight people simply because all they are calling for is justice. And you begin to start certain comparisons. The first thing, the first relevant issue when a crime is committed is number one, is it a crime? Let's establish that first. Let's condemn it first. Then if you have other issues that you want us to talk about, then we talk about it. But why do we continue things like this? How can we move forward as a nation if we continue like this? The stereotype against the Fulani, the stereotype against Muslims is too much. The Islamophobia is too much. It's too much. Almost a lot of accounts are coming. Oh no, Fulani have been killing us. So are you trying to say that if Fulani, remember, this has happened in different parts. Even in Jos, it has always been an issue. Remember the case of Sheikh Tahir Bauchi, where his students were passing. There was an issue between, I think, the Muslims and non-Muslims, and then suddenly the road was barricaded and then they were killed. Since when has the offense of one person, why should the offense of another person affect you who is innocent? And that is what we are saying. Wallahi, if what happened to these people in Uromi had happened to Bello Turji and other bandits terrorizing the entire country, wallahi, no northerner is going to get up to tell you that what you did was wrong. We are all victims. But then to complain, to talk about it has become an issue. Let's go now to the issue of Deborah that has been mentioned over and over and over again. What happened during the case of Deborah? And I would like to give a very simple example. One scholar in the north, which a lot of non-Muslims do not like, they link him to Boko Haram and kidnapping, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. He was amongst the very first who came out to condemn the action, to condemn mob action. Even though, and I want Muslims non-Muslims to know this, even though the offense of blasphemy exists in Islam, it exists and attracts a capital punishment. And when we say this, it is not as if it's anything new having blasphemy laws. Blasphemy laws exist in Christianity. But even where blasphemy is committed, even when it is committed, mob justice is not allowed in Islam. So to the people that killed Deborah, was it right? No, it was wrong. As to whether the reaction was similar to this, assuming you say that, oh, you didn't get the desired reaction, we say that was wrong, that you didn't get that reaction. However, does that in any way, or are you trying to say that the killing of the people in Uromi is a retaliation of what happened to Deborah? Is that what we are saying? Let's stop all this. It doesn't make any sense when we do things like this. We want to have a nation that we all should be proud of. We know that we have differences, and that's what I've always maintained. Let's look at our differences. Let's know if, as a community, as a tribe, as an ethnic group, if you have certain red lines that people shouldn't cross, and peace is going to reign. A Muslim, a northerner, should be allowed to move freely in every part of the world, in every part of Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to say that if you want us to even have a better conversation around this, I've spent more than 10 minutes. We'll have this conversation. Let's organize spaces. Let's talk responsibly, reasonably, and understand. Nigeria cannot continue like this. Being a Fulani should never be a crime. And the demand for justice for the Uromi, we will continue to demand for this justice. And kudos to the governor of Edo State. He has really handled this matter very well. And he had to explain to his people why he had to visit, the victims, which is really sad. We commend him for his efforts. We commend everyone that is making efforts to ensure that justice is served. And we condemn every act of mob action, whether it's by a northerner, by a Muslim, or by a Christian. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will make things better. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome back, my people. So I don't hear with many persons talk for inside this video now. Now it's okay. Normally we are facing many things for inside this country, and before all these things started, Nnamdi Kanu be don't come on like to tell Nigerians all these things before he enter detention. So all these things now, if to say to me, if to say Nnamdi Kanu day, like Nigeria would have been more secure than this. You understand? So what Nigeria needs to do now is that although I'm sending message to Tinubu now via this thing that okay, they should just, for the sake of Nigerians that are buying, that Fulani henchmen are buying, it should just free Nnamdi Kanu, like so that okay, Southeast will they secure, because Southeast, especially Anambra, the news will say they even come out from that angle, like it's something else every time, every day. So due to like, for the sake of those people like that are suffering in Anambra, they made they just free all these people, make peace reign for inside this country. If you get anything maybe say you want to talk about this matter, let me drop on for inside comment section, and also